The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov, with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. And when it was over, his former life was over, too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. And now we join Frank Race for the adventure of the Gold Worshipper.
The Western and Orient Insurance Company has been in existence nearly 100 years. Formed in San Francisco to insure gold shipments, it has since underwritten everything from windjammers to coming-out parties. It writes unusual policies and deals with unusual people. So as I entered the home offices on Market Street, I was prepared for an unusual assignment, and I got it. From the lips of Gaylord Stewart, president and general manager.
Know anything about Macau, Race?
It's no featherbed. One of the toughest spots in the Far East right now.
If you've been in Macau, you've no doubt heard of Armando Dutra.
Yes, one of the biggest gold brokers in Asia.
He asked me to send him the finest investigator I knew. So I called you.
Thanks for the confidence.
You'll find you can practically write your own ticket on the fee. But don't get the idea that I'm handing you something on a platter. Dutra's daughter has been abducted. She's his only child, and he'll do anything to get her back. But in that country, you have some idea as to what you're up against. Frankly, I think you'll be walking into one of the toughest assignments you've ever taken on.
Macau on the south coast of China. Blue skies and a benevolent sun. The last time I'd been there, I'd known nothing but rain. This was quite a change. And I found it hard to retain the feeling that I'd come to participate in violence. Here was a colony about which the poets had sung, and I was ready to believe the lyrics. Then, less than an hour after Mark Donovan and I had checked in at the Bella Vista Hotel, there came a knocking at our door.
Visitors already?
I'll get it, Mark.
Race!
I'm all right, Mark.
You sure?
I've opened doors like that before.
Yeah. You twisted just in time on that one. Look at your coat, will you? Powder points.
It'll go on the expense account.
Look, what's a pitch on this? We only been in town a couple of hours.
Could have been a door-to-door salesman who didn't care for my expression.
No, wait a minute. I'm for real. Nobody knows us here.
Mark, when you move into a thing like this, you're usually pretty well tagged, and by all the wrong people. I went out into a city that had altered its mood. Once again, it had become the place I'd known before, a harbor of danger, of Chinese junks and the gold trade. And I was there for a date with the highest priest of that trade, Armando Dutra. Seeing him for the first time made me think of chilled champagne. Strange sort of man. Insisted on showing me through his gold processing plants before we talked about anything else.
We buy gold from the rest of the world, Race, at the price of $35 an ounce. Then we sell it for $50 to the frightened men of China who seem to think that gold is their only security. It comes to us in the shape of these heavy bars. We then reduce it to these thin sticks you see here. There is an additional profit in that. Our buyers do not require as rich a gold as we import. Our business is legal and profitable. Naturally, there are thousands of the unscrupulous who try to prey upon those of us who receive its benefits. And now, some of them have found a way to take my daughter.
You heard nothing about her?
I received a demand for money. 5,000 American dollars. I paid it, but my daughter has not been returned.
Where was the money delivered?
To a dockside tavern kept by a Scotsman who once served with the British Army.
Was the tavern watched?
Oh, yes. I was instructed to hide the money in one of the rooms of the place. I was warned against any attempt at spying, but discreetly, from a distance. I had the building watched.
Any result?
We noticed a man who dropped in at the tavern several times. We noticed him because he was well-dressed and because he carried one arm in a sling. Naturally, I could not afford to have him picked up.
Could I see a photograph of your daughter?
Unfortunately, no. She has not had her photograph taken for several years. I forbade it because I was afraid of just what has happened. Abduction. She has dark hair, blue eyes. Her mother was a Russian. She is quite beautiful. But I realize that this might describe 100 other women in our area.
I'm afraid so.
I think it only fair to tell you, Race. You will not be working alone in this. I have been able to call in Eric Decker, a European detective. Also Major Carstairs, Hong Kong police. Carstairs is here now. I shall have him come in.
Dutra rang a bell. The servant appeared for a few terse instructions, and a few minutes later I met Major Alan Carstairs.
I've heard of you, Race. Glad you're in on this affair. It looks a bit sticky.
Dutra's been telling about this fellow with the bandaged arm.
And from what I can gather, he might be an Englishman, a Frenchman, or any Caucasian. Going to be like looking for the proverbial needle.
Well, personally, I'd like to start in with that tavern. Does it have a name?
It's called the Scarab. And one word of advice, Race. When you go there, don't go alone.
The Scarab. And one look at it gave plenty of reasons for what Carstairs had said. It wasn't hard to spot the proprietor. He stood behind the bar beneath a blown-up picture of himself in kilty uniform.
Holy cow, what a layout. I would feel safer in a coffin. Listen, Race, look, if we start anything here, let's do it back to back. Huh?
Move around, see what you can find out. I'll talk to the owner.
All right.
What do you have, lad?
Scotch and soda.
Oh, a yank, eh? Well, that means I better make it a double. No?
A double, yes.
Yeah, you're a stranger around here.
Yes, I'm called Frank Race.
I'm Dalglish, which is too much for most of these people, so...
So they call you Scotty.
Hey.
That's a good likeness of you up there, the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders.
You knew our tartan, eh?
I know where you were, too. Dunkirk, Ellerslie, Normandy.
Wait a minute. I'll have a drink with you. And yours is on the house. It's good to meet a lad like you.
That goes double, Scotty. And may I say you have a sharp eye for strangers.
In this business, you need it.
Then possibly you remember a man you had in here a few days ago. A man with his arm in a sling.
It's possible that I do remember such a man. But intending no hurt to your feelings, having a quick eye for a stranger and being willing to gossip about him are two different things.
So they are, Scotty, so they are. I understand.
Good. Here, fling this down your hatch. And it's on the house, too.
He was friendly about it, and there was nothing to do but answer his grin with a shrug. But if one man won't talk, there are always others who will. As I finished the second drink, I felt a pull at my sleeve. The act of a little man standing next to me, an emaciated little man with a face like a dose of quinine.
I am Cheng. If you would know about this person you seek...
He waited for my nod, then led me to a table at the far end of the room.
This man with the broken arm. It is important that you find him?
Shall we say, quite important.
Important enough to be worth $100 American?
Provided I see my man.
You would perhaps be willing to tear the bills in two and give me half an account?
That's agreeable. Here. All right. Now where do I find him?
In Little Yellow House at the foot of Royal Street. Come, I will show you.
He started to get up, but a hand on his shoulder jammed him down again. There were two of them standing over us, and Cheng had taken on the look of a hen that's just been thrown into a poultry scale.
You didn't think you'd get away with this, did you, Stooley?
Get away with what?
You know what happens to guys who squeal, don't you?
I don't know what you mean.
It's simple, pal. I just mean it.
Cheng twisted, a look of horror on his face as he stared at the knife that stuck from his chest. He toppled against me, saving my life because the other thug had lunged with the second blade.
Get this other guy, too.
The blade that drove another gash into Cheng's dying body. I twisted under him, went beneath the table, clutched a pair of legs, and yanked! then I was in the middle of a seething mass. Lascars, Chinese, Europeans. It was everybody's fight. I twisted and punched my way toward the door. I got to within 10 feet of it with one eye shut and an arm numb.
Race, one minute, I've got to race.
I hate to ruin my bottle goods that way, but he'd have shot you, Race.
Hey, Scotty, he certainly would have.
Here comes more of 'em, Race. Wait a minute, I'll take this one.
And this one is from me.
Come on, get out of here, the pair of you.
I'll be back to settle with you, Scotty. I'll be back. It wasn't hard to find the little yellow house at the foot of Royal Street. One of those high-stooped, semi-basement affairs. It looked more like something you'd find in New England than in an Asiatic seaport. Mark rang an old-fashioned pull bell several times, with no result. So we did a little breaking and entering, had a look around. It was neat, well-furnished, with evidence that a woman had been living there. We gave it up for the time being and went back to the Bella Vista Hotel. Mark went up to the room, and I headed for the bar. It was a long bar, but no bartender in sight. I was just about to call it off when a provocative voice brushed against my ear.
I understand that you are looking for a man who has a broken arm.
She smelled like a garden in the evening, looked like your favorite dream, and presented a gaze that said, make a pass at me and you'll draw nothing but a right cross. But for such a blonde, I take that kind of a punch any time. So I reached for the glass she was holding.
You may not like that. It's a Gibson.
I like it, because believe me, I need it.
Why, do you want to see the man with his arm in a sling?
I write for the newspapers. He's news.
Why is he news?
Seems to be wrapped up in a grand-scale kidnapping. I could use a scoop on it.
How could one be sure that you are a newspaper man?
Look, baby, even from one eye, you're a thoroughly beautiful wench, with the doggiest legs I've seen since an aerialist I glimpsed in Paris last month. But if I remember correctly, I did not seek you out.
Quite true. It was I who made the approach.
Then let's dispense with the police state attitude. You want something of me. What is it?
If I took you to that man for this scoop, would you be willing to help him?
In what way?
He's been hurt. He needs help. But help, that is, shall we say...
Of the proper kind?
Yes.
All right, let's go. In the cab, she identified herself as Afton Gage from New Orleans. It sounded sincere. I couldn't feel too sure it wasn't genuine. She wouldn't say anything else about herself, and we finally arrived at the little yellow house on Royal Street. I told the cabbie to wait, and we went up to the door. It's pretty dark. You sure we'll find him here?
It is a very old house. I'll have to light the incandescent mantle. There.
You know, even in this light, you're beautiful. Where now?
Down these stairs.
To the basement? Baby, it's dark down there.
Would you like me to lead the way, Race?
Touché. We go below.
Race. Wait.
What is it?
I thought Look! The ceiling.
Don't see a thing. Don't see how you can either. Not but... Something going around my neck from behind. A thong. A thong being twisted by her hands. I was being garroted. I tried to kick back, but her shins were too high. I was going unless... With a last effort, I threw myself forward.
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now back to the adventures of Frank Race.
I came out of it conscious of nothing but darkness and a shoulder that had gone on strike and was picketing the rest of me painfully. I fumbled for a match, found one, and managed to locate the gas jet. As I lit it, I heard the girl stir. She lay half on her side with her blonde head resting on some sort of carton. I got down on my knees beside her and had a good look. Her face hadn't been hurt. Her head seemed to be all right. Even in the gaslight, she looked gorgeous. Here was a female who had tried to murder me, and in a manner no one likes to be murdered. But with her face that close to me, I couldn't hold out. I bent over and pressed my lips to hers. Softly at first, then hard. Coming out of it, baby?
What happened to us?
Nothing much. You tried to throttle me. We pitched down the stairs. I must have been the buffer. You seem to be all in one piece.
I think I'm all right.
You want to try getting up?
Grace, you kissed me after what I did to you. Why?
You're very lovely.
Is that all it takes? Being lovely?
Who knows? Least of all the man who does it. But I'm no problem to myself. You're the question mark. After all, I was only trying to help you. So you make an effort to murder me.
Trying to help me?
I've been trying to find you to return you to your father.
I don't know what you mean.
Let's drop the act, baby. That hair of yours, it's lovely, but the tint isn't natural. I had a look just now. The roots are quite dark.
All right. So I am Stephanie Dutra. But I want to be let alone.
Which means there's a man in the picture.
Yes, there is a man. I'm in love with him. But with my father, such dreams are impossible.
So the two of you pulled this abduction hoax. Have you married him yet?
Not yet. There have been difficulties.
How old are you, Stephanie?
That's always a futile question, Race. In her own mind, a woman is always too young or too old. Never of an age to reveal.
My guess would be about 19.
You're entitled to your judgment.
I'm going to have to take you home, baby.
I suppose so.
But first, with the arm that still worked, I drew her slowly to her feet, slipped the arm around her, and kissed her again. For a second, I got no reaction at all. And suddenly a pulse seemed to throb through her body. And for just an instant, I felt sure she returned the caress.
Grace, what are you trying to prove?
Just a little therapy, honey. If it works, you might be a lot happier.
Come along. If it is your intention to return me to my father, let's get it over.
In the cab, we rolled through narrow streets, labored up winding ramps, the girl at my side sitting in bleak silence. I didn't feel too talkative myself. I'd broken the case, but for some reason there wasn't much gaiety in the thought.
Race?
Yes?
I do not think you are going to take me to my father after all.
No? And what? Oh, I see. We're being tailed.
And it looks as though this is about as far as we go.
They pop from that car like slices from a toastmaster. 4 of them, including the 2 knife wielders of the Scotsman's Tavern.
Move over, doll, while I plug that guy.
No. You will leave him alone. I insist on it.
Okay, but if he makes one phony move...
Race. Goodbye, Race.
So long, Stephanie. Lots of luck.
Thank you, Race.
I don't know whether you noticed it or not, chum, but I'm still here.
I noticed it.
The girl didn't. Now she's gone, I'm going to take care of you, right? Right between the...
Between the eyes. Never write off a man with a hand in his pocket, chum. But then you've had that coming for a long time, haven't you? It evens up for what you did to that Chinese. In the lobby of the Bella Vista Hotel, I ran into Major Alan Carstairs, and he shook my hand.
Well, Race, I trust you've had more luck on this case than I've encountered.
The luck I've had has been mostly bad. I found the girl all right, then I lost her again. There's nothing simple about the affair. She doesn't want to go back to her father.
Oh, one of those things, eh? Well, that means we've really got our work cut out for us.
Race, I've been looking all over.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Sounds as though you've been hurrying.
Oh, you're not kidding. And I got a load of info for you, brother. Something
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. This is Major Carstairs, Mark Donovan.
How do you do?
Oh, hi, Major. Race.
It's all right, Mark. The Major is in on this with us.
Oh.
What's the information?
Well, give me a breath. Something kind of peculiar. See?
Yes?
Look, I'm kicking around the waterfront, wondering what you might be doing, see? When I happened to take a gander at a boat. Not a big boat, one of them jobs that they call a launch.
Launch, yes.
Yeah, launch. And there's three things about it that make it interesting. Now, first, it was lying very low in the water, see? Second, the engine seemed to be conked out with three guys working on it. And, brother, when I say working, I mean frantically.
Tell the story, Mark, will you?
Well, and third, one of these jokers is wearing his arm in a sling. Now, this kind of makes me curious, and they all had their heads buried in the hatch up forward, see? So I sneak in for a look at what might be in the cabin, see? I will now give you three guesses.
One is enough. Gold.
You killjoy. Yeah. Gold. Big gold bars. Maybe a couple of feet long. A whole mess of them. I used to wear it. Come right over here.
It wouldn't hurt to take a look at that, Carstairs.
I believe we're safe enough in having a look. There's probably no significance to the gold. It's perfectly legal to buy and take it out of Macau. It's only when it reaches other ports that it becomes contraband. But the chap with his arm in a sling, we're certainly interested in him. Will you lead us to it, Donovan?
Hold it. There she is. Look, and they're still working on the engine.
They're trying to start it. We still have time to stop them. Come on.
Hey, they're pushing it away from the dock.
Hold it. We want to come aboard.
They don't look as though they're gonna... Race, stop! Move back, Race! Oh, look, chum, we ain't got a chance against that chatterbox.
He's quite right. We'd better clear out of here.
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm licked, Mark. I'm not even sure I know what it's all about. I just think a beautiful girl is making some kind of a mistake. But I'm not even sure about that.
You mean a Dutra dame? What kind of mistake?
She's in love with some fellow who seems to be a first-class heel. I say that, and I don't even know his identity. The way he's involving her in all this grief, I don't know. As I said before, I'm up a tree.
Well, you must admit it's exciting anyway. Kidnappings, guys blazing away with Tommy guns, long, thick bars of gold. Ooh, that gold, brother. Would I like to glom onto one of those items?
Nothing seems related. Here we get in a fuss over some gold bars on a motorboat, and it does... Wait a minute, Mark. Gold bars.
Yeah. So what?
Nothing, really. Nothing but a hunch, but I might as well play it. Come on.
I tell you, Race, it's cruelty to animals. This animal, me. You run me around town for 3 hours. We've been hiding in this doorway for another couple hours. I'm getting hungry.
Something will break, Mark. It's got to.
Yeah, and it's probably going to bring my...
Hold it. Someone's coming. Take it gently, baby. We've met before.
Race.
Yes, Race. Knock on the door, Mark.
Yeah, sure.
Come in, honey. I thought...
Hello, Carstairs, or whatever your name is.
What are you doing here?
Carstairs. What does he mean, Johnny?
I don't know, honey.
Let's step inside, baby. Close the door, Mark. What did you call him, Stephanie? Johnny? Johnny what?
His name is Anders. Johnny Anders.
He's been calling himself Major Carstairs of the Hong Kong Police Force. He's been working for your father, trying to solve the mystery of your abduction. Tell me something, baby. What do you know about a motorboat called the Lotus? Does it belong to Johnny?
Yes, but
You don't have to tell him any more, Stephanie.
No, she doesn't need to. It's been a bad deal, baby. This man's been taking you for what we call a ride. He got information from you, didn't he? About the workings of your father's gold processing plant, about the people who worked there. He needed that information so he could steal about $1 million in gold. You were only part of the loot, Stephanie, believe me.
He's weaving quite a fairy tale, honey. Come on, let's get out of here.
No, Johnny. I don't think I want to go.
Oh, just like that? A few words from this guy and you throw everything out the window.
I think I changed my mind before this, Johnny. It's just that now I'm sure of it.
Well, that's a shame, honey. Because I can't leave you here, can I? Hold it, Race! This gun spits lead faster than you can think. I'm sorry I have to do this, but Hey, Race. What tipped you off? I've always thought my pip-pip accent was very good.
It wasn't the accent, Johnny. It was that gold. If you'd really been Major Carstairs of the Hong Kong police force, you'd have known that gold never leaves Macau in long, chunky bars. Comes in that way, but they reduce it to small sticks for export.
Well, a man can't know everything, can he? But then it doesn't always pay. Take you, Race. You're going to cash in your chips because you knew too much. As of now...
Thanks, Mark. I'd almost forgotten you were here.
Don't never do that, Race. Well, this fella made that mistake, and look what happened to him.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubove, with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Jack Crucian, Clark Gordon, Gunnar Peterson, and Wilms Herbert. This series is written and directed by Buckley Angel and Joel Murcott. The music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmars. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in the Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Bruce Ells production. The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubove, with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. And when it was over, his former life was over, too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. And now we join Frank Race for the adventure of the Pharaohs staff.
Dead men and the worldly possessions they leave behind are often the concern of an insurance investigator. But this case had one peculiar aspect. The dead man in question had been dead for centuries. Mark Donovan was so intrigued by it that he forgot his dislike for air travel as we winged our way from London to Lisbon, second leg on our flight from America to Cairo, Egypt.
Hey, look. You mean to say they dug up another one of them old Egyptian guys wrapped up in bandages?
You put it rather crudely, Marcus, but that's it.
So don't tell me the Brennan Clark Insurance Company is now going to pay off an insurance policy on the life of a guy which has been dead for 1,000,000 years.
No, Mark. I'm afraid Brennan Clark wasn't in business when Pharaohs Uncommon was roaming the face of the earth.
Fat rat who?
Pharaohs Uncommon. He was a king of Egypt, one of the pharaohs. It's his tomb that the archaeologists have just uncovered.
All right, that's great. So what was he insured for?
He wasn't insured. But Brennan Clark has insured a few items that were dug up in the tomb. Items of fabulous value if the estimates are correct, especially the staff of the pharaohs.
Well, of course, but what's that?
It's a staff made of solid gold and mounted with precious jewels. It takes a strong man to lift it, according to the appraisal reports.
And that is the thing which Brennan Clark insured?
To the tune of 1,000,000 simoleons, Mark.
Boy.
It's in the Cairo Museum being crated for shipment to London. And until it gets there, it's our job to stay right with it.
Yeah, and to me that sounds like a very dry job. So I am going to make the most of the present and sashay to the club lounge and quaff a few. Do you wish to accompany me?
No, thank you. It'll also be a sleepless job when we get there. I'll settle for the proverbial 40 winks.
Okay, be back in a while.
I closed my eyes and relaxed, but I didn't sleep. From the seat behind us, I had been catching the subtle and intoxicating scent of taboo. It grew stronger, and I opened my eyes to find that the whir of the scent had moved into the seat Mark had vacated.
Am I disturbing you?
Isn't that your intention? Not that I mind.
I couldn't help overhearing part of your conversation about the staff of the Pharaohs. You see, I'm an Egyptologist.
She didn't look like an Egyptologist. A woman steeped in the history and lore of an ancient civilization buried beneath centuries of sand. Even the drape of a conservative tweed skirt and jacket couldn't hide the charm she might lend to a French bathing suit.
My name is Linda Marshall. You're on your way to meet my father, Charles Marshall.
Why, yes, he's curator at the Cairo Museum. A talent that I rate second to his ability to produce a very beautiful daughter.
You'll pardon me if I don't acknowledge the compliment, Mr. Race. I just want you to promise me that you'll let nothing delay you on this journey. I want the staff of the Pharaohs to pass into your hands before it costs my father his life.
During the rest of the journey to Lisbon, I made several attempts to engage her in conversation, but she turned away, tight-lipped and frightened. When we hit the landing strip at Lisbon, she was first out of the plane, and I saw her speak to a man and a woman at the gate. They walked into the airport restaurant, and Mark and I followed. Our plane for Cairo wasn't due for 2 hours.
I don't know. If the dame really thinks her old man's going to get knocked off, wouldn't you think she'd talk?
She might be afraid of sounding foolish.
Now, what's foolish about a guy getting killed?
It depends on who or what she thinks is going to do the killing. There are many legends about curses in the tombs of the Pharaohs.
Wait a minute. Spook stuff? Ghosts and such?
Something like that.
So why didn't you tell me this before you dragged me away from Brooklyn? You know I don't like no ghosts. Especially ones which can't speak English. They're terrible. Hey, look, there's the dame now at the corner table with her friends. And she is giving you the big wave.
Yes. Rather a sudden change of heart.
I think she wants you should go over there. Well, go ahead. I will amuse myself at Jayco's while you are making friends and influencing people.
Jayco's?
Yeah, I get around, too. This is a sort of Portuguese bar and grill I discover when I'm here during the war. See you later.
Get back in time for the plane.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hello.
Hello, Race. I think you'll be interested in meeting these people. Mr. and Mrs. David Horton, Mr. Race.
Just call me Dave. Everybody does.
And call me Eve.
The name fit her. Eve. There was something new and wild and awakening about her. Her mouth was like ripe fruit, and she had a way of making everything about her disappear.
They all do it.
I beg your pardon.
All men stare at my wife.
Dave, please, I'm blushing.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No, don't blame you a bit.
I do. You didn't stare at me, Race.
You didn't give me a chance.
Where did your friend go? Mr. Donovan, isn't it?
Yes, Mark Donovan. He has a fondness for a spot called Jayco's.
Dave and Eve are going to Cairo too, Race.
Taking a look at the pyramids?
No, same as you, taking a look at the staff of the Pharaohs.
Now, don't look at me like that, Race. I haven't been tattling. Dave financed the expedition. The staff really belongs to him.
Yes, I'm turning it over to a museum, of course. My contribution to culture.
Oh, bother culture and the pharaohs and the pyramids. I want to walk. Care to join me, Race? May I call you Race? I like it.
You may, and I would definitely care to join you.
Well, then go ahead. Give Linda and I a chance to talk.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me for a moment, Dave. I have a telephone call to make. Greetings to a friend of Father's at the Lisbon Museum.
Well, run along, all of you. I'll have a drink.
Eve Horton and I walked down the path to the far end of the field and watched the ships come in for landings. She held tight to my arm. Then suddenly, when there was nobody around, she swung about facing me, not holding my arms, but in them.
Race, you'll be with us, won't you? Promise.
You're trembling. What's wrong?
My husband, he frightens me. And the staff, there's a curse on it. Promise.
It's part of my job. I promise.
Not that way. Promise me. Promise me.
She pressed that mouth to mine, and I was ready to promise anything. But when we broke it up, I wasn't happy. I thought of her husband and what his life must be like married to a woman like this.
You're angry with me?
No. I was just thinking.
I won't do that again. Unless you want me to. Let's walk some more.
We walked around the field 3 times, the better part of an hour. Then we came back into the restaurant.
I say, there they are at last.
Oh, Race, we've been looking all over for you.
We were just walking...
There was a call for you from Jayco's. Your friend has been hurt.
Don't go.
I've got to. Mark, what's wrong?
Oh, what's that, kid?
They said you were hurt.
Hurt? Oh, no. Feel no pain. You ought to try one of these brews.
Let me taste that.
Help yourself, yeah. It's good, huh?
Drugged. It's drugged. Come on, Marcus. I'm getting you out of here. Somebody doesn't want us on that plane to Cairo. Whoever didn't want us on that plane got his wish. It was taking off when we reached the field, and I watched it until it was airborne. I made a quick check of all schedules on all Continental Airlines. By taking the plane from Lisbon to Rome and picking up an Italian flight to Cairo, we could pull in only 5 hours behind the plane we had missed. We did, but it was too late. I knew it as soon as we reached the Cairo Museum and walked into the curator's office.
I knew it. I knew it would happen.
There, go ahead and cry. It'll do you good.
Race, a fine time for you to turn up.
What's happened?
The stuff of the Pharaohs is gone, and Linda's father has been murdered.
When did it happen?
A couple of hours ago. If only we had arrived sooner.
It would have made no difference. It was fated.
Who are you?
I am Hassim. I am a student. I was assistant to the curator.
Assistant and probably assassin, too.
Don't be so liberal with your opinions, Dave.
He's right. You've no right to be making such accusations.
I am connected with the royal families of Egypt, sir. I do not like thieves plundering the graves of my ancestors.
Don't you call me a thief.
Don't be a fool, Dave.
Let me go.
Hassim, please leave. I'll talk to you later.
I go because you ask. I will help you find the truth. But remember, Mr. David Horton, I do not leave through fear. We shall meet again when you wish.
Hello, Race.
Hello?
Oh, sit down. Glad you could join us for dinner.
Where's Linda?
Trying to get control. She'll join us in a little while.
I say, find out anything from the police?
No trace of anything yet, but the staff is still around. A thing like that isn't concealed easily, and it would be too risky to move it for a while.
Yeah. Oh, there's Tibbet now, Eve. I'll get him. Excuse me for a moment, please. I say, Race, he's a great guy. You'll love meeting him.
Who's Tibbet?
Lou Tibbet, an archaeologist. He was in charge of the excavating. He and Dave are old friends.
I see.
What do you mean?
Don't make a scene, Dave.
Old friends, huh?
Hello, Eve.
Hello, Lou.
Lou Tibbet, Frank Race.
How are you?
How do you do?
Here comes Linda.
How are you, honey?
I'm better. Please sit down.
I understand that you were in charge of excavation at Pharaoh's tomb, Tibbet.
Yes.
I'd like to see the spot. Where is it?
Near the pyramids, about 9 miles out in the desert.
Can we drive out?
Sure. Morning all right?
Why not tonight?
At night? Well, you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Oh, yes, they will. Most of the digging is done at night when the sun is down. Power generator for light and cooler, you know.
Yes, it would be, Dave. After dinner, Tibbet?
If you like.
Well, just like chasing Rommel again, a jeep in the desert.
The excavation is right over the next dune, by the lights.
We walked to the excavation and down uncovered steps into the catacombs of the tomb. Arab workmen were digging carefully, and others were carrying the dirt out in baskets.
This was the main tomb chamber. I don't expect we'll find much in the others they're digging out now.
What's through this passage?
The minor chambers we've already excavated. You want to look through them?
Yes.
Now, here, take these flashlights. We've pulled the lighting equipment out of there.
Hey, fellas, look, I think I'm going to go back and wait under the stars. I like stars. This grave stuff is definitely not for me. The place might cave in.
It's well beamed, Mark. It would take an explosion to cave it in.
I explode easy. I'll see you later upstairs. Goodbye.
Wait here, Race. I'll lead him back to the main chamber.
All right, I'll be right here.
Welcome to the tombs of my ancestors, Mr. Race.
Who is it?
Turn your light this way.
Hasim.
Yes, Mr. Race. And you were right. The tombs are solidly beamed. It would take an explosion.
What do you intend to do, Hasim?
What do you intend to do, Mr. Race?
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now back to the adventures of Frank Race.
Dust choked me, and I was buried under what seemed to be tons of earth. But I dug my way out, got to my feet in the darkness. I'd lost my flashlight. The air was silent, black, and oppressive. Then I heard a sound in the tomb. Hasim, where are you? I'm trying to find you, fella. Oh, here you are. Take it easy. I'll dig you free. Are you injured badly?
I do not think so.
Good. This beam is pinning you down. I'll raise it. You try to slip out. Ready?
Yes.
No!
Oh, I am free now.
You rest a little, Hasim. Then we'll try to get out of here.
We cannot dig out, Mr. Race. Not before the air is gone. For you, I am sorry. For myself, I do not care.
But there are diggers outside. They'll get to us.
If somebody wishes them to do so. But I am afraid the order will not be given. Relax and do not think. It is an honor to make the step into eternity in the company of the Pharaohs.
He was right. And I knew it. Exertion would only use up the air faster. It was little enough. I kept track of the time by the luminous dial on my wristwatch. 2 hours passed. 3, 5. The heat was stifling. I felt weak, dizzy. Hasim, listen. They're digging.
You dream.
Hasim! Hasim!
All right. Wet another cloth, will you?
Here.
Yeah, give me. Come on, Race, come on. Come on, kid, take it easy now. Attaboy, you're breathing again, come on. There you go.
Where's Hasim?
The local constable come and haul him off where he even came to. You all right?
Yeah.
We got him for bombing the place.
He didn't do it. He was in front of me, and the explosion came from behind me, blocking the exit. Oh, hello, Eve.
Oh, Race, darling. I'm so glad you're all right.
Yeah. Fine. Be glad, but don't smooch him right now, huh? It'll smother the guy for good.
I'm sorry. I didn't think.
Where's Tibbet?
He's the guy which went back into town to call the cops so they could take Hasim away.
He did that before we were dug out?
Yeah, I was too busy digging to notice.
Then he knew Hasim was in there. We've got to get back into town, Mark.
What?
Race, you mustn't exert yourself.
Yes, baby, I must. Because it wasn't official police who picked Hasim up. We'll be lucky if we find him alive. My hunch was only too right. Hasim was not in the Cairo jail, and Tibbet hadn't placed a call there. I sent Mark on a hopeless search of the city. Then I located Linda Marshall and Dave Horton in the bar at the hotel.
Race, good to see you, old man. You've told us what happened.
Anybody tell you how it happened?
Yes. Hasim blew up the passage.
Wrong. Tibbet blew up the passage.
But why would he do a thing like that?
Because he had no intention of letting the staff of the Pharaohs get to London. And I've got a sneaking suspicion he isn't the only one.
Are you implying that I'm involved in this?
What makes you ask that?
Are you calling me a thief?
Keep your voice down and your hands.
I'll show you.
He deserves that, Race.
Well, that's only a sample. I don't like scenes. He's a strangely sensitive man. Good night.
Oh, wait for me, Race. I'm going with you.
She followed me into the lobby, and just as we rounded a bunch of potted plants, the revolving door at the entrance turned, and Eve Horton stepped in. But this was one time when the sight of her didn't blot out everything else. Pulling away from the curb was the car she had stepped out of, and behind the wheel was Lou Tibbet. I made a dash for the door, but as I brushed past Eve Horton, I stumbled, grabbed at one of the sturdier plants, and managed to avoid falling. But it was all the time Tibbet needed. He was gone.
Oh, Race, I tripped you. I'm sorry.
She did it deliberately.
I didn't.
That's not important. Tibbet was in that car, and you let him get away. Why?
Because he hasn't done anything.
I'll believe that when I see Hassim alive.
He is alive. Tibbet faked that police call so he could get Hassim away from the tomb without interference. Hassim belongs to a student group that isn't too popular with the natives. The explosion was an accident.
Why didn't Tibbet come and tell me about it himself? And what makes your husband so sensitive about the word thief?
Race, please. Please,
She's fainting.
I've got her.
Now sit her down here. I'll get some help.
Never mind. She'll come to in a minute. If she isn't all right this minute.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe she's fainted. Maybe she's faking. In any case, I'm going to do a little checking on her husband. I went to the nearest cable office, shot a few inquiries to key men in London, and waited for the answers to come back. When they came, they cleared away part of my mental sandstorm. Dave Horton was in tight quarters financially. He'd been speculating in money exchanges, especially the British pound sterling, and devaluation had knocked the props out from under him. I went back to my room to think it over.
Race.
Hassim. He had been beaten, horribly beaten. I knew immediately that I was looking at a man who was dying. There was nothing I could do for him.
I said I would help you find the truth.
Who did it, Hassim?
I did not tell them.
Hassim.
Hey, Race, you better get... Holy cow, I better go.
No, Mark. He's dead. Get a car fast.
Where we going?
After the staff of the Pharaohs. It's back in the tomb of King Pharaohs Tutankhamun.
Almost there. Just over this dune. Look, did Hassim tell you the thing was here when he passed out?
I have a hunch that's what he tried to tell me as he died.
Hey, other car's here. Doesn't that one belong to Dave Horton?
Yes. The other belongs to Lou Tibbet. Nobody's working. The shift must have been called off.
Wait a minute. Somebody's working. Guy coming between those two cars. Hey, that's the mug who slipped me that Mickey at Jacob's.
What do you guys want here?
We're just tourists.
Yeah, then start touring. Go on.
Hey, hands
Take a mark.
Yeah, get up!
Wherever you find lead.
Down, Mark!
Oh, hey, nice kick, Race.
Get his gun in time off for the police, then follow me and hurry. The cars made it a cinch that my hunch was paying off. I went into the tomb, but the lights were out. I groped about in the dark until a flashlight glared. I pulled tight into an alcove in the wall and waited.
Let me go.
Take it easy, Dave.
Race, I'll...
Now that your lights are out, friend, I'll borrow that flash. I groped again, keeping the light off until I might need it. I took a turn off the main chamber and stumbled over something. I cupped the light and flashed it. It was the body of Lou Tibbet. Something had crushed in the back of his skull. He was dead. The rest of the chambers were empty. But I finally found what I wanted. The narrow opening through which Hassim and I had been pulled from the cave-in. I slipped through quietly. There was a faint light from the small room at the turnoff. Somebody was digging. I came in behind the sound. All right, Linda.
What? Oh, Race.
Found it, didn't you?
Yes, I was just digging it out. I'm glad you're here to take possession, Race. Now the trouble is all over.
Not quite, baby. There's a bill to be collected for a couple of murders.
I hope Eve isn't mixed up in this. I like her.
Sometimes murders are committed by very lovable people. We'll see. As soon as we get this staff back to the Cairo Museum. All right, Mark. Put the staff of the Pharaohs on that table. This time we'll stay with it.
Okay. Oh, brother. I told you this thing was heavy. He wasn't lying. Hey, look. What'd you make Linda and Dave go into the next room for?
Because I had the police bring Eve in, too. I'm going to put a jigsaw puzzle together. You can listen from behind the door, but make sure nobody gets through here if one of them try to crash out.
They will run into a mighty left hook, I assure you.
Good boy, Marcus. Sit tight.
Race, what's the meaning of bringing Eve here and having us detained?
Take it easy, Dave.
Thank you, Linda. The reasons are obvious. Somebody in this room is a murderer and a thief.
No!
I told you never to use that word.
Sit down, Dave. Why were you angry with Tibbet when you went to get him that night at dinner? Just a few seconds after you told me what a great guy he was.
Because he said I shouldn't be upset about the theft of the staff. He said I could cash in on the insurance.
You could use $1 million, Dave. You're broke from speculation. I checked.
I said I'd give the stuff to a museum, and I meant it. I don't get my money that way.
Then why does the word thief bother you so much?
You... Both of you, stop it. Stop it. I'll tell you why, Race. My father was a wealthy man. Then he went broke in the market crash in 1929. He was used to living well, so he got a job and embezzled. He died in prison.
Race, I'll kill you for this.
I'm sorry, but it's necessary. Go on, Eve.
Now, I've seen my husband lose his fortune, and I was afraid of what he might do. I wanted you around, Race, to prevent it. That's why I kissed you.
You what?
Take it easy, Dave, and try to understand it. I think I do. It was because I was on the right side of the law, wasn't it, Eve? The safe side. And that's all you want. The safety of being honest.
Yes, I love my husband. Truly, Dave, I do love you. Tell me you didn't do it.
There, you poor frightened girl. Of course I didn't. Now, Race, perhaps you understand why the word made me so sensitive.
I do. And I apologize to both of you. Humbly.
Wait a minute, Race. Don't tell me you're falling for this cornball act.
Yes, Linda, because they're telling the truth.
Then who?
You, baby.
But I found the staff and helped you out.
You helped me because I was blocking your exit and you knew it was all over. Your outside boy killed your partner, Tibbet, and you knew that the thug was knocked out too, or I couldn't have gotten in.
The curator was my father, Race, remember? I wouldn't have killed him.
I doubt it, baby. He wasn't your father, and you're not an Egyptologist. If you were, you'd never have said we wouldn't be able to see anything at the tombs at night. You'd have known that most of the digging was done at night under generated light to escape the heat of the desert sun.
Very clever, Race. But have you got an answer for this?
A gun? How charming.
I'm going to back out of here. Don't follow me.
Come to me, arms. What?
Let go of my arm, you...
The police are outside, Marcus. Take her to them.
Yeah, easy, Wildcat. I will do that with pleasure.
You know something, these dames, always beefing and crying about something.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Elizabeth Root, Rosemary Carver, Gunnar Peterson, Byron Kane, and Jay Novello. This series is written and directed by Buckley Angel and Joel Murcott. The music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmars. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in The Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Bruce Ells production.